how sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. So happy to have you guys here. You guys and gals here with us tonight for this fun one. We have Jamie of the Gen XWing Podcast joining us tonight. I don't know what's going on with my microphone. We'll get that fixed. We actually almost were on time. We were almost on time, but we were shooting the breeze. And as always, that's what we do here on the stream anyway. So of course, if you guys want to be involved in the conversation, make sure you jump in the chat, talk to one another. If you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat, support one another, plug yo shits. We will, of course, be talking Ghostbusters. We'll be talking Star Wars. We'll be talking all things nerdy. But we also, actually thanks to Jamie's idea, we'll be talking about our maybe 3, 4, or 5, I don't know how many he has on his desk, but at least 3 favorite pickups of the year. Not necessarily were released this year, but pickups of the year that we got this year. So make sure you jump in the chat and let us know your favorite toy, collectible, etc. pickups of the year. It's going to be a good time. Yeah. I somehow run out of things to say, and I don't know why, but I'm ready to drink. That's for sure. So also let us know in the chat what you are having tonight. Next week, not sure if I'm going to get a show out next week because of the holiday. So I'll say in advance, Merry Christmas and all the other fun holidays for you. But if I do see you next week, I'll say it to you then. I'll say it to you now just in case, because that's how it is. But without further ado, we'll bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Jamie of the Gen XWing Podcast. How you doing today?
Thank you, dude. I am so excited. Thank you so much for having me on. I've been looking forward to this, and I've been pinging you, and then like you said, we were chatting in kind of the pregame, and I think caused us to be a little bit late, but yeah, this is what I'm all about. I love this. I can't wait to talk nerd shit.
This is another one of those weird moments where I'm like, oh, you've been on a bunch of times already, because we're always like in each other's chats, and right? I've been on your show. So I just feel like you've been on a bunch of times already. This is number 1.
I have in spirit, but this is my first official go with y'all on Thursday night, and I'm so pumped.
I love that. Absolutely love that. No, it's going to be a good time. Like I said, we'll talk all things Ghostbusters and Star Wars and all that fun stuff. Let me figure out where should I put the chat today. I feel like I'll leave it off to the side. I'll make them smaller. Oh no, but see, you have cool stuff behind you. So I'll put the chat right here in the center of the screen for now, or up here for now, and then we'll figure it out as we go along. Let me get the shameless plugs out the way, and then we'll get the show on the road, saying hi to the chat. Of course, make sure you guys head over to nerdaffiliated.com, your one-stop shop for all things nerd affiliated. You also find links to our Ghostbuster section of the channel. I forget to plug this because I only just launched it like 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. But I love Excel sheets. And we have a part list here, so if you are into the Ghostbuster side of things and you want to see the kind of things that we have on our packs, on our uniforms and all that stuff, there's some links here. There'll also be codes there, so if we have any affiliate links, like with Tools and Talent Props, you'll find that there. And we'll be working on this list as time goes on. But if you do want to get in contact with us in real time, of course, Nerd Affiliated on Instagram, Nerd Affiliated on Facebook, The Real Nerdbusters on Instagram, and The Real Nerdbusters on Facebook. But as I mentioned, our guest of the evening comes to us from the Gen XWing Podcast. So make sure you guys hit subscribe. They are only 9 away from 1,000. So I'm putting that link in the chat. Make sure you guys click on that. I'll be adding it to the show notes as well. But let's get them to 1,000 by the end of the stream. I know that we can do it. Yes, we can.
Dude, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
We all help each other. That's what we do. Let's let's say hi to the chat. You might recognize some names. Of course.
I definitely see some people in there.
Yeah. Ultra Carter in the house. Good to see ya. We got Mark, the one late night man. Good to see ya. Dave's Dimension. Good to see ya. We got Tony in the house, of course. Good to see ya. Got VJ in the house. Good to see ya. And we have Rogue Demon in the house. Good to see ya. There you go. Tony's doing double duty. He's also coming through on the North Ontario page. I don't have the button. I should have got the button for you.
Yeah.
That would have been the move.
I love that button.
That's a good button. I just realized I forgot to do one thing, of course, as we go into the evening. Hopefully by now you've poured yourself a little bit of,
more specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
That's what I forgot to play during the intro. I was like, there's like, even though I'm talking and there's music playing, I'm like, there's a dead air moment happening here that usually isn't there. And it's because I didn't hit the button. Fail.
Do you have a sick intro though? The video and the music and everything. I love it, man.
I appreciate it. So yeah, we have a bunch to talk about. You got a bunch of fandoms behind you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But why don't we'll go to the beginning. What was the first kind of like nerdy franchise you got into that kind of sent you spiraling into the nerd affiliation zone?
First and foremost is definitely Star Wars.
Nice.
Yeah, you can see where's my hand here, right there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like I've always been a Star Wars fan, but about like 12, 13 years ago now, I decided I was going to take the plunge and get into costuming with the 501st Legion.
Nice.
So that the Stormtrooper helmet back there, I built that as well as the rest of the costume. Rogue Demon,
wait, you
so
made that
much. That's
Stormtrooper
amazing.
helmet?
Yes.
Wow.
So I made the armor, made it wearable, got it approved with the 501st.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just basically been spiraling out of control from there.
I love that.
So multiple costumes with the 501st, multiple with the Rebel Legion now, jumped into the Ghostbusters thing. The eagle-eyed of you will notice a Rocketeer helmet in the background there,
Yep.
as well as some Ghostbuster stuff up top there. Yeah, it's going crazy. But yeah, I definitely don't limit myself to one fandom to the exclusion of any others.
Mm-hmm.
I love it all. And I love the giant nerd support groups like this one.
Yeah, that's what it's about. That is insane that you made that. I thought you bought it. That's so good.
Yeah, I bought a kit, basically of vacuum formed plastic, and then just got to cutting and gluing and measuring.
Yeah.
Not in that order, thankfully, but yeah, that was the first time I've ever really like built a hardcore costume like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of just been my mode ever since. Like, even obviously like Ghostbusters are a little more loose. The fandom, like the costuming community is way more chill. And I love that, but I'm still in that mode where I want to get like, what did they use in the movies? Can I get that? So like, where's my finger here? So these boots here are actual, my finger's totally messed up, but the boots behind me are actual Carolina Vietnam era paratrooper boots.
Wow.
With like, I thankfully I have a couple friends who are really good at finding stuff, just sourcing it eBay, wherever, some guy's barn in the US somewhere. I love the research and the sourcing of stuff. That's one of my favorite parts of it. It's figuring out what they used and if it's still available.
Yeah. I know the answer, because it was brought up on one of your streams before, but I do want to ask it because I do feel like it's an important question when it comes to especially what you mentioned about the differences between Star Wars fandom as far as cosplay goes and Ghostbusters. But what is one of the big misconceptions that people have about being in the 501st?
I mean, the biggest one is the elitism.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, I feel like no fan group is going to ever escape that. And I feel like the 501st having like standards that you have to adhere to is only going to exacerbate that for people. And again, no group of fandom is perfect, but at the same time, it's mostly because they want to make sure that everybody is adhering to like a base level of quality of their costumes.
Right.
Mostly just because we all build our costumes to basically movie standards or as close as you can get.
Right.
And it's from the inside, like I even felt this before I joined, is it's a little bit of an intimidating group because of that. But at the end of the day, they're nerds just like everybody else. And it's one of the, like I've met so many close friends through that group. And again, it's that extended kind of nerd support group of just super passionate fans. And I love it. It's such a fun group. We're always looking for more people. And it's honestly, my kind of motto that I've arrived at is it takes a village to build a stormtrooper. And nobody builds a costume completely in isolation. Everybody needs help, and everybody who's in the Legion loves to help. And that's why we're there. So like, yeah, I love that part of the community. I love helping people with costumes and whatever else they need. Like I said, I'm a huge research nerd. So I love figuring out, how they built stuff originally or what parts they used, if it was like a found parts thing in terms of Greeblies or just existing stuff like the blasters through like Bapti Armory or whatever. Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, definitely a more welcoming group than you would think, but absolutely intimidating kind of on the outside looking in. My partner is still intimidated by that group, even though she's by extension in it.
Yeah. No, I mean, to me, that's always like the number one thing is that whenever people hear 501st, if they're hardcore nerds like us, like if you're watching a show like this, to me, you're a hardcore nerd. Like it's
absolutely,
it's one of those, like if you're seeking out nerdy content on the internet, to me, you're a hardcore nerd.
100% agree.
But when you're in the cosplay side of the space, whenever people hear 501st, they usually do. Well, I mean, of course, they do think the charity stuff. Like, oh, if you go to a convention, there's always a 501st booth, like the best looking booth there. It looks official. Looks like Disney sent them there. But the other side of that coin is always people think, oh, they're elitists and they think that they're better than everybody else and that kind of thing. And when you guys broke that down on your podcast, that's where I was like, oh, okay. I was like, first of all, I didn't realize you guys were 501st until episodes in, you guys mentioned it. And then you had dropped a vlog with it. And I was like, that's not who I thought was in the 501st. Like I did think it was, I was one of those people. I was like, oh, they are like elitists because they're like, hey, my thing's official, yours is not.
No way.
So I love that you guys are just, for lack of better phrasing, just normal like the rest of us.
Totally. We're uber nerds just like everybody else. Honestly, like if you're at a Comic-Con of any kind, you're totally an uber nerd in the best way. So like, especially if you're in any way interested in Star Wars or you like any of the content, come and say hi to us, please. We love that. Those are my favorite interactions, especially if I'm wearing a costume that someone is specifically excited for that one and you come up and say hi and want to talk about it. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
My current kind of daily driver costume in the Star Wars clubs is a Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan Kenobi. So like, and you can tell when someone looks at you that they're like, they see and even if they are a little bit intimidated, I usually take that as a bit of a cue to kind of like make eye contact and wave them over and see if they want to come and talk. And some people don't, and that's totally fine. I get it. If you don't want to be noticed or seen, I try and be respectful of that. But yeah, I love inviting people into the booth to come and just talk Star Wars with us. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. It's funny, behind you, it's kind of like an Easter egg hunt of like seeing different things. And I only just noticed the Han pistol or blaster you have there.
Oh, yes.
And I had not seen that before. So I love it. Every time I'm looking, I'm like, oh, there's something new I didn't see before.
Yeah, like that's only one wall. And you get a little bit of the other wall there, but it's 360 degrees
Love it.
in my office. So it's, yeah, mostly Star Wars and Ghostbusters.
Love it.
But yeah, it's everywhere.
I mentioned on the let's talk about the amazing sprays behind you as well. I mentioned it on my Boston Comic-Con vlog that came out over the summer, but when it comes to YouTube, you know, Star Wars can be one of the more toxic fandoms as far as like, oh, you like that, I can't believe you like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But I was reminded of like how small of a group that is by going to a Comic-Con, because when I was there at Boston Comic-Con and I was at the 501st booth and just walking around in general, I was like, there's a ton of Star Wars cosplayers here, like that are not even part of the 501st. That's just their costume of choice. And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's so many more fans out there that just, they don't have a voice because they maybe don't even know that the internet, the Star Wars side of YouTube exists. Like, who knows, like what's in their normal, just like feed and all that stuff. But, you know, when everybody's making videos and content about how Star Wars is dead and how it's, you know, Disney killed it and X, Y, and Z, like, sure, we all have our complaints about it, but the casual person, they're just like happy to be here. They're just happy
100%.
that they're Star Wars, and they'll never stop loving Star Wars no matter what Kathleen Kennedy or anybody does down at Disney. It doesn't matter.
Totally. Yeah, I'm 100% ride or die. I am, to date myself a little bit, I am of the Gen X variety.
Mm-hmm.
So I was born in the late 70s. My first movie that I saw in the theater for Star Wars was Return of the Jedi.
Oh, nice.
But my favorite costume so far, and I've got a few now, is from Episode 3. I love the prequels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good, man. And even if you don't like it, that's totally fine, because it's so much content out there. And that's kind of the dark side, unfortunately, of social media, is it's driven by clicks, and negativity drives clicks.
Yeah.
But that's why conventions are my favorite events to go to, is because it's just like a giant nerd love fest. It's great.
Yeah.
Everybody's just excited about something, and you just get to talk to people about what they're in love with nerd wise. It's great.
Mm-hmm. No, totally. So what led to the podcast being a thing? Like what's the lore story behind the Gen XWing Podcast coming to be, and how'd you guys all meet each other, and walk us down that road?
Oh man. So I am unfortunately not the best person to ask for that, but I do have a decent amount of insight. I am not a founding member of the podcast.
Oh, interesting.
Rob, our main man, my co-host, he is the last surviving. That's a terrible word for it. They're not dead.
I know you guys went through your own Order
member.
66 up there, and he's the last one. Yeah.
Canada's rough sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's the last founding member. I was the first of the new crew to jump in.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been part of the podcast for the better part of, I want to say, 12 years now.
Wow.
So I've been in 400 plus episodes. So to say that I'm a new guy is a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, the podcast has been going for a while. It got started by Rob and 3 of his friends up in Vancouver, Canada. If you're curious, the name of the podcast is based on a Matt Good song. But Generation X-Wing is a perfect way to describe our group.
Yeah.
It's Gen X Star Wars fans. And we're not limited to Star Wars content. Obviously I've brought the Ghostbusters love to the group. But it's anything 80s and 90s pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Ghostbusters was kind of my big addition to the group. But yeah, it's been going for a long time. Started out just as a podcast, and we kind of branched out into costuming and live streaming and build videos and stuff like that. But I met Rob through the 501st. He was a prospective member who had started interviewing the 501st and hanging out with us. And our commanding officer in the garrison at the time got interviewed on the Generation XWing podcast. And then Rob started coming to events, and then he decided that he wanted to join. So we started helping him put a costume together. So like if you check out I think it was his first or second Outer Rim rookie video, which is the video journey of him joining the 501st. It was me in costume as the costumed model, because that was the one he wanted to build. So he wanted to build a biker scout from Return of the Jedi, and that was my current costume at the time. So yeah, it just kind of spiraled from there. So like Steve 3 he was another addition through the 501st, as well as Hose Nose. Like, so we're all kind of come up through the 501st and then branched out from there. And like Steve 3 is on his whole other trajectory now out in LA with his partner, and they're both crazy costumers. Like he's gone so far beyond anything that any of us have done. Like he got into Deadpool and just other commissions and Cable and Aliens and all this stuff. It's bananas.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sorry, kind of a long story short.
No, I did not realize that. First of all, I didn't really realize that the group was that large that was in Gen XWing. Because I usually see you two, and then I'll see Steve on there. I see other people like on, but I was like, oh, maybe they're just like jumping on an episode here and there. I didn't realize it was
so the core group is the 4 people. So Rob, myself, Steve 3, and Hose Nose.
Yeah.
And then that's one of Rob's Outer Rim rookie videos where he's building an AT-AT driver, which he finished very recently.
I also love, again, how different fandoms are hit, amongst the whole crew. The freaking Mighty Ducks duck mask up there, like chef's kiss. Absolute chef's kiss.
Yeah, we're all over the place. Yeah, we were talking some DC, a little bit of Marvel recently. I got Rob into into Ghostbusters, Hose Nose as well, and that's been a whole thing. But yeah, we love doing the charity stuff as well. Like I'm always trying to drum up more events where we can do some kind of fundraising for charity as well.
Yeah, no, I love it. That's what's so great about this group. Like it's just, you just nerd out, you have fun doing it, and you're showing other people that they can have fun doing it and that you're not alone doing it.
Totally.
We're all weirdos. Like, we're all just being weirdos together. But in a way, maybe you're a weirdo if you're not embracing whatever you're a nerd about. Like, cause you're the one that's kind of like lying. Like the rest of us are just like embracing, who we are.
Be true to yourself. Yeah. One of our founders, Anil, that's his catchphrase is find your tribe. And that's what it's all about is loving what you love and meeting people of like mind.
Yep. 1000%. So this is a really good point. We do have to get Rob a pack. I didn't realize he didn't have a pack. So we gotta make that happen.
He's limited on space, and he has some pretty bad luck with props getting damaged or broken. So he's kind of afraid to take that leap a little bit and get the pack, but 100% wearing them down. It'll happen at some point.
Before we jump into, I figure what we'll do is we'll jump into like the toy stuff, our picks of the year, then we'll end on Ghostbusters. But before we even jump to all that stuff, the Rocketeer helmet. Is there a full Rocketeer cosplay that I'm just not aware of that you have?
Yes.
Wow.
So it is one that it was originally built by a friend of mine, Aaron, who's in the Legion as well. So he originally built it and wore it. And then the first time I went to his house, that was the first thing I keyed in on was the Rocketeer helmet, because I love that movie.
Yep.
So when it came time for him to downsize and make cuts to his collections and whatnot, he asked me if I wanted to buy it off of him, and it was like the easiest yes ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is absolutely a full costume.
Don't tell your partner that you said that.
My partner is well aware. So yeah, that's like the one downside of having all these awesome costumes. You can only wear one at a time.
Yeah. unless you become the like a guest at a convention where they'll like, oh, you'll have the section over here, and then you can like have all different stuff and do the wardrobe changes and all that.
Yeah, the dream. And like we have done wardrobe changes. So I've started at cons. I'll dedicate half the day to Star Wars and the other half to Ghostbusters, but it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot to pack it all up and cart it all and get changed midday and keep everything straight. It's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Rob, I saw he's in the chat now. He's insane. He's a crazy man. He did 6 Star Wars costumes in one day.
Oh my God.
And like I did, I think my record is 3.
Mm-hmm.
I did 2 Star Wars costumes and a Ghostbuster costume. And honestly, like it was more hectic than I think I would have liked. So I don't think I'll do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2's my limit. I don't know if Rob would do 6 again, but that was also crazy. But yeah, I love it all.
I feel like maybe 2 or 3, if they're somehow related to each other. Like if it was like, for example, you said you have the episode 3 Obi-Wan Kenobi cosplay. So like, if you busted out like a fake mullet and you did episode 2, or, you did you threw on some Clone Wars armor and you did a, animated version. To me, I'm like, okay, that seems more reasonable, but to jump 3 different characters in a convention, 6, that's insane.
Yeah, 6 is nuts. And to be fair, Rob did riff on a couple costumes a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So like, for example, he did the Biker Scout. That's like his daily driver in the Legion. But then he did, now this is not necessarily like a test or a judgment, but if you know who Nick Sant is, Rob loves his deep cut Star Wars characters.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Sant is basically the rebel commando that disguises himself as a biker scout in Return of the Jedi. So that was one of the costumes. So it was basically like ripping off the helmet, putting some white in his beard, because it's the commando that has kind of been retconned by Dave Filoni to be
as Rex,
Captain Rex.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's him. But it was things like that, and then a Wilro hood, which is an orange jumpsuit and a mustache and an ice cream maker. But yeah, it's not to diminish what Rob did at all, which is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's switching costumes like that is crazy.
That is wild. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot, switching between the 2 Ghostbuster suits, especially. Yeah.
Right.
It ends up being a lot. Shout out to Slime Time in the chat, of course. As we mentioned, Rob is here, Gen XWing. I think I got everybody else. Once again, if you guys have not hit subscribe on Gen XWing, do so. We are at 3. We're at 992. We have 8 more to go. Get them to 1,000. Let's get them to 1,000.
You guys are amazing.
So yeah, let's talk our favorite pickups of the year. We, in our chat, just to give you guys some backstory here, we established that for our favorite collectible pickups of the year, they don't necessarily have to be released this year. It could just be things that you acquired this year. And I remember this actually in my head, an origin for this podcast, us talking about that rule came down to like pre-orders versus when you received it. It was like, oh, when does that count? Like if I do a pre-order and I paid for it on, in 2023, but I got it in 2024, it's like, what year does it count as? So we're just going to do favorite pickups 3. If you have more than 3, you want to go through it. Favorite pickups of the year. And shout out to Tools and Talents, of course, Doc in the house.
Oh, Doc, what is up?
So, as the guest, I will let you lead off, but I'll also let you do your number one last.
Okay.
So you get to bookend this segment.
Sick. Okay.
What number are we going to start at?
So yeah, I'll save my number one for last. Yeah, I think I'll go with, and there's a bit of a story here because I try to be conscious of space. Basically, my rule is if I don't have space to put it on display, I can't have it.
Ooh.
And so
what's wrong with you? Who thinks like that? I'm hitting the button on that guy.
Oh man,
Rubbish, filth, slime, muck, boo, boo, boo.
But yeah, it's basically it's a self-imposed rule, but it's helped me kind of temper my FOMO a little bit. And it felt wrong to me to have stuff that I couldn't put on display.
Right.
And like having my own space, like my office helps. So I typically recently have only stuck to Star Wars and Ghostbuster collecting.
Okay.
And only that, like Star Wars has even gotten to the point where it's only if I have a costume of it, then I will collect it.
Okay.
So I have my Obi-Wan shrine. I have my Scout Trooper shrine and like Stormtroopers and Rebel pilots and stuff like that. And then obviously the Ghostbuster stuff. But I did break my rule this year, mostly because I was so hype around the release of X-Men 97. The X-Men 90s series is like so much part of my childhood.
Yeah.
That when I saw that they started doing Marvel Legends X-Men 97 series, I had to start getting them.
Yeah.
And I did miss the boat a little bit, so I'm still on the hunt for some. Right now, I had to get my 90s Cyclops.
Yeah.
It's like this line, the Marvel Legends line, first off is amazing. They do such a good job on their figures. They're killing it. And like he's my favorite iteration of Cyclops. From like my favorite cartoon ever.
Yeah.
And I had to.
Can you just pull it up one more time?
Oh yeah, 100%. So I've posed him up a little bit.
Action pose.
But like what a cool figure.
Yeah, it's so good.
And like the best look. His best costume.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite Marvel characters, and I had to get it. Just seeing the figure, so like that's absolutely one of my favorite pickups this year.
I am. First of all, amazing pick, absolutely amazing pick. A couple notes there. One, I battled myself to not grab an X-Men 97 off my shelf to put in this line because of the nostalgia pull that series has, the Marvel Legends series, and then of course the show itself. Love that Cyclops figure. Like if I was to do a top 3 like desk figures, like figures I had on my desk that I was just posing during like a meeting or, just bored, you're looking at it, you're staring at it, like that figure, I think I got it 2 years ago, would still be in my top 3. Like I just mess around with it all the time. I do the skydive scene, because it has it has a really good neck joint on it.
Yeah.
So absolutely,
the figures is unmatched.
Amazing. Yeah,
it's so good.
So amazing pickup. I will say I almost picked off my shelf downstairs. I almost actually grabbed his son. I almost grabbed Cable because I just always wanted that version of Cable, and I felt like we never got a good enough one for me. Like even back in the day with the Diamond Selects and all that stuff, or Marvel Select.
Yeah.
The figure I picked for my number 3, he's actually a bit taken apart on the desk because I modified him, and then they finally announced that they're releasing a version with no sleeves, so I'm gonna put him back together the best I can. So bear with him. But my number 3 pickup of the year was the Deadpool Wolverine Hugh Jackman figure. And
hell yeah.
for me, it was the likeness. It pulled into my number one, like most comparable, best likeness to the real person, Marvel Legends figure I have. Like there's none other that to me like that's Hugh Jackman. Like there's no debate on who that is. So while the figure itself might have some issues, maybe, but even now as I mess around with it just to like double check things, like my only complaint outside of him missing his arms right now, the only complaint might be that there's no toe joint on it, but that will be like the ultimate nitpick for no reason. Otherwise, it's an amazing figure. It actually peg warmed for a little bit while he was out there. I don't know why.
Really?
They did a re-release. I think it was like the third re-release when he started to peg warm. But if you get a chance to pick that one up, there's the new one that they just announced. And that new one, it won't come with the maskless option, but that one and the brown suit that they announced will have the ability to head swap for this one, or even the one that has like the clothes. So that's my number 3.
Nice. So I feel like I should do an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Mostly like that Cyclops. It makes me so happy. But because you flashed up Mr. Wolverine, I should show off my X-Men 97 Wolverine.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a little bit washed out. My camera's not playing nice with me. But like those are the only 2 I have out of that line so far. And I feel like I'm on the lookout for more. It's going to be something I don't necessarily want to hunt them down like online specifically because it gets a little pricey.
Right.
But I feel like if I see one in the wild, like a Rogue, Storm, Cable, any of those guys, like the red and purple suit Magneto. Oh my God. Yeah. Any of those guys, I'm going to grab them if I see them in the wild. But like the Cyclops and the Wolverine, like Wolverine's my favorite Marvel character ever.
Nice.
And I had to. But yeah, that's honorable mention for sure. So what are you doing with Mr. Jackman's arms?
So I had people had picked up, there was an older Wolverine figure that they took the arms, because this one came with the sleeves.
Yeah.
And the arms weren't very jacked at all. Like they're kind of skinny. So people were using an older Wolverine figure to take the arms off and put it on this one to get the sleeveless look. So I didn't have that figure. So I grabbed the arms off of a Thor figure from Love and Thunder. And it was okay. Like it was passable on the shelf, but it wasn't perfect. But now that they have the sleeveless one coming out, I'm like, all right, maybe I'll try to put this one back together so I have that version of it. But I don't know if you saw that something came back in stock today. Slight increase than originally, but the Sentinel
I did see that.
Yeah.
No, get that off the screen. It's too pricey. I want it.
That's literally what stopped me. I was like, if this thing ever comes back in stock, I'm getting it. And then it came back in stock, and I was like, not this time of the year, not now.
Right? Oh yeah, around Christmas time, that is the worst time to reintroduce that. Because like for context, I did not do the HasLab Plasma Series Ecto. I couldn't do it. Price, size, everything. Yeah. I would love to have one of those, but I just can't. I have nowhere to put it, and it's a lot of money. The Sentinel, that's my favorite version of the Sentinel, is the X-Men 90s series. That's the perfect Sentinel right there, and I can't do it. Yeah. It's so pricey and big.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, the Ecto, it took all the power. I just couldn't do it. I was like, it's the tough, space. Right? It was the space. Like I was like, you know what? Yeah. I don't have the space to display it the way that it deserves to be displayed. And that was the only reason I didn't pull the trigger on that thing.
Yeah.
Only reason.
That's a great way to put it. It deserves to be on display.
Yeah. But the goal is that we can be popular enough as a podcast that Hasbro hooks us up with with some of them. So playing the long game on that one.
Yeah, Emily, we know you're watching.
Emily, please please.
Yeah, Emily, please.
So let's go into your number 2 pickup of the year 2025, which is crazy to say.
I busted this one out. One, because this is a bit of an oddball. This is absolutely going to come out of left field, and I'm so excited for it. But the figure is absolutely beautiful. But this is also something that I got into this fandom this year.
Oh.
So this is a fandom that's new to me, and this is another fandom that has been so welcoming and just so enthusiastic that so this was a gift. And it would have been the number one that I would have bought myself had it not been gifted to me. So if there are any Warhammer 40K fans in the house,
okay.
I got into 40K this year through the Space Marine 2 video game. I'm a massive video gamer. I work in the industry, and I love Space Marine 2. And it has been my gateway into the world and the lore.
Yeah.
Now, I'm never going to play the tabletop game.
I was about to ask. I was going with that. That was the next question.
100%. Yeah. And like anybody who like, I feel like they were doing a mental health check on me to be like, you're not going to get into the minis and the painting and the tabletop, right? I'm like, no, I cannot financially do that to myself. As much as I love like the artistry of the figures that I see people paint up, like I've painted a figure, a mini here and there because I love the painting aspect of it and the look, but like the minis are so expensive. They're crazy expensive. Like I went looking at a store the other day, and it was like up in Canada, it was like $80 for a set of like 3 minis.
Oh,
like,
I didn't know it was that high.
This is insane. Games Workshop, what are you doing to me? So that's my limit is basically so the video game, the lore, and like talking with other 40K figures or other 40K fans about the fandom and the lore, because their lore is crazy. It's insane. Like it's been going since the mid 80s, and like one of my friends, he's been in it since the very beginning. Like when I got into it, he's like, here, you want to see something cool? And he shows me the first source book for 40K, the Rogue Trader book. And like, he's had it since day one. But like, so this is as far as I will go, is this toy line from Joy Toy. So you were in the chat last night, and we broached on the topic of McFarlane figures. Right. So I've learned that McFarlane previously had the license to 40K figures. Yep. And I've seen them, and they're not great.
Correct.
They're really not good.
For a half second, I thought that was McFarlane, and I was like,
no,
that looks way better than what I thought they looked like and what I saw in the store.
No, the Joy Toy is absolutely killing it with their figures. Now, that's not to say that they're not expensive.
Right.
They're not like they're about, I would say, 6-inch scale ish. But like their paint app is great. There's a tiny bit of weathering here and there. This one that I have is a collector's version. So he's got a battery in his head that is activated by a magnet, so his eyes light up. Oh, nice. And like it came with basically everything you would expect from like a high-end 6-inch figure, or like a lower end, like a Sideshow or like Hot Toys figure. So like, again, like I have a couple Sideshow figures, and like that's like extremely selective. But like Joy Toy, like they're such a great line if you're into 40K. Holy cow, are their figures ever awesome.
I had no idea how deep the 40K like world went. No clue. And I remember I listened to a couple of videos. I remember vividly being at Home Depot listening to one of them just to like try to understand it, because I know that Henry Cavill is working on the movie or the TV show. I forget. Is it a movie or a TV show? I can't even remember.
I think it's a TV show. Yeah. Either way, I hope it's good. And like you say, like the world and the lore is so vast. Like, what does he do as a TV show? Like, where is the jumping off point for that lore? Yeah. It could be anything.
Anywhere.
Literally anything. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's where I was like,
crazy.
all right, I need to get some sort of, grasp on it. So, I in my mind, I just compared it to like StarCraft. I was like, okay, this is like just a different version of StarCraft. But what I do love about it is Tony said it's a show. What I do love about it is the customization and the diorama side of it. And dioramas is like another part of the nerd space that like, I just really wish I had the time. I really wish I had the time because I've gotten into it. I've watched videos of diorama building and I've bought all the things to do diorama building, and then I've run out of space. And then I'm like, well, on the list of like nerd things for YouTube to do, like that one's got to move down the list because I had like this other thing to do, and got another tools and talent thing to do. Like I just can't. So that's one of those things where like if YouTube became somehow a full-time job, and I did have time to spare, I would go fully down a rabbit hole of diorama building. I don't know. I don't know if I would do the 40K gaming with people because I'm like a hermit these days and I kind of just stay in the house and talk to my wife and the cats and you guys on your internet. But I would just love to just build that stuff for photographs and whatnot. Like it looks amazing.
I am so amazed at the artistry of people that paint minis and make like the dioramas and stuff like that. Yeah. It's truly mind-blowing. And my hat is off to anybody that paints at that kind of level. Like that's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, my number two is almost in honor of Rob.
Oh,
you mentioned the brand. Dave's Dimension mentioned the brand. And now will be a good time for the man collects to show up in the chat because he would meet me where I'm at here. This figure, very similar to, I believe, last year's pick for me. So I think it was last year. My figure of the year was the Marvel Legends. Was that last year? I think it was. It was a Marvel Legends Matt Murdock suited figure. Nice. And it wasn't the best figure that they released of the year, but it was one that I had the most fun with. Like just the posability, it was a new body, new sculpts, all that stuff. And I was like, it's just fun to have this figure. Now, our friend who made the figure I'm going to show, for some odd reason, can never nail this character. And it makes no sense why he can never nail this character. But this one, I picked it up. I hesitated on it. I brought it home and I was like, okay, I'm going to look at it in the box. And if I look at the box and I just decide I don't want it, I'm going to return it. And I kind of fell in love with the figure. And as far as like a desk figure, this one would also be in my top 3. I had a hell of a lot of fun having this figure on my desk. And I love it. It is a Todd McFarlane Superman figure. Not even the Christopher Reeve one, but just like generic Superman figure. And I just feel like he nailed it. It's the only Superman figure he's released so far that I'm like, I feel like you got it. One, wired cape. The posability on it. The joints are tough AF, but hold. So you can get into any kind of cool like Superman pose that you want. The cape and the S are very much the Christopher Reeve Superman. I've seen reviews where some people are like, I feel like this body is better suited for the Christopher Reeve Superman than the one that Todd actually released for that Superman. So this figure, I mean, I'm just in awe of it all the time. And I think a shout out to John Kenobi actually. Yeah, Rob said it's a simple soups. It's great.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Perfect.
It is so simple that it works. And this is my number 2 pickup of 2025.
That's a great pick. I feel, I love that. I feel like they nailed the classic Superman look.
Just classic Superman.
Yeah. Just like you imagine how he looked in the comics
Yeah.
anything like that. Yeah, it's what a great figure. Yeah,
And he's
I love
dropped
that.
like 300 Supermans this year, but
Wow.
and only one, like, because that's the thing, like I said on your stream yesterday, I'm like, Todd at a certain point stopped caring about quality and went for quantity, and he bombs out so many figures. And I almost picked the armored Batfleck figure.
That's what I thought you were going to bring up.
Yeah, because I bought it this year.
Was sure.
And I was like, I did a whole review on it. I thought it was going to be trash, and it was great. But the fact that he can't stand up on his own is the only reason why he didn't make it. And Superman beat him out. Because that one also wired cape straight off the movie. Amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. So yeah, Todd McFarlane made it onto my... There you go, Neil before Zod. Love that.
I see you, Doc.
Exactly. So I'll go into my number one, since you're going to get the honors of finishing off this list.
Hell yeah.
Again, shout out to General Kenobi's Bunker in the chat. Obviously you guys are Kenobi fans. So you have that in common. I don't know if you heard this
already,
General Kenobi, but Jamie cosplays one of his cosplays. He does many cosplays. But he cosplays as Revenge of the Sith Kenobi. So make sure you check that out.
It's my daily driver, basically.
I love that, your daily driver. We are another one in the books on their channel. We're at 993, so we need to get 7 more. We are trying to get them to 1,000. I'm going to keep sharing that link in the chat. If you guys can share that with anybody you know,
dude,
please get them to 1,000 today.
You're too kind.
So my number one figure of the year, actually I could have picked one of 2 figures because they're actually the same buck, with the obvious differences when you guys see them. But this one also would be my number one desk figure of everybody mentioned today. I had the most fun with it as far as just having it around, posing it during meetings, just being in awe of it. But the company also just gave me the most bang for my buck when it comes to the price of, like, I think it was $27.99 or something like that. It's the version of the character that I think of when I think of him. And it's the only toy line right now that I would consider picking up every figure that they drop. I feel like you were about to guess or make a comment.
Oh, I don't know. I love
okay.
the lead up, but yeah, you know what? I thought I was sure of Batfleck coming up for number 2. So now you threw me for a loop, and now I'm unsure.
Just to let it linger for one more second. There is something I have here that I have not opened yet. I don't think it would make my list. Who knows? But I still have not opened my. It's all dusty because it's just in here. My Empire Strikes Back 2-pack, Luke and Vader. So I still need to do this at some point. And
yes.
If it breaks into my top at the end of the year, I'll make an amendment.
Nice.
I forgot I had that there. But my number one figure of the year, again, it could be 1A, 1B, Storm Arena Ken from Storm Arena, Street Fighter Alpha 2. And I have Ryu. Like I said, they're the same body. The accessories, flight stand, posability, pinless. The chest is somehow like a soft plastic, so it I don't know how else to explain it. Like it's not a hard plastic. Like you can, when you move it around, the chest can also kind of like flex a little bit.
Oh, cool.
My version of Ken is always the long hair with the little ponytail. Yeah. So
yeah, man.
Even when the Jada Toy Street Fighter figures came out, I was like, listen, while those are cool and a great price, I was like, that's not my Ken. You know, this version, the alpha version of Ken is my Ken. And I canceled a lot of pre-orders this year. The only one I still have up outside the Proton Pack, which is next year, I guess. Well, it still says other pre-order, but the only toy pre-order I still have up is the Sagat from Street Fighter Alpha. because since these two are so good, I'm like, all right, I gotta get Sagat. If they release Guile, I gotta get Guile. Gotta get a Bison. Gotta get, I'm considering getting all of them. And I'm not even that big of a Street Fighter fan, but it's just that good of a figure that I'm like, I need to have it.
That's sick.
So
plus you can set up some sweet Street Fighter versus Capcom stuff.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Dude.
The good point. I forgot about that. These scale very well and line up with the Marvel Legend X-Men 97 figures. So you can
Hell
do
yeah.
your Marvel vs. Capcom stuff. Oh, and the gi, the top of the gi comes off too. So if you want to do a shirtless version, you can do that as well.
That's sick. Such a great figure.
So yeah, that's my top 3. And
Amazing.
why don't you take us home?
All right. I feel like I had to keep it in-house and on brand a little bit.
Okay.
But also this was my first pickup from this maker, and I could not be happier. And it was one that I hesitated on for a good long while. But I feel like it's not going to surprise too many people that my number one with a bullet is the Mondo Real Ghostbusters
God.
Peter
Let's go.
Venkman. I had to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what it was? Like the price, especially like for us in Canada, the price after exchange plus shipping, all of that. Those are extremely expensive figures, especially like the 2-pack. And like, don't get me wrong, Sam Hain is my favorite Ghostbusters villain ever.
Yeah.
And it hurt me in my heart to pass on the P. Venkman and Sam Hain 2-pack.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I saw that they were doing the figure without the villain for basically half the price, that was my trigger point. Like I have to, because like, you know what, like I feel like I made this line happen with my brain, because like I was never, as much as I love Real Ghostbusters, I was never really happy with the original Kenner figures.
Right.
Like
Same.
for what they were awesome.
Yeah.
For as a kid who was into Ghostbusters, amazing.
Yeah.
But having an idealized Real Ghostbusters line is a dream. It's an absolute dream. And to have Mondo crank out something that is so cool, and it looks like the paint job makes it look like it's cell shaded, like it's straight out of a cartoon, like it's jumping off the screen.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful figure. It's so well made, like the posability, the accessories that came with it, even like the box, like the packaging, everything from start to finish was amazing, and I could not be happier with it. Now that said, I did get in on the Halloween special Sam Hain solo.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
I had to get one of them because I've ordered them all.
Yeah.
I'm going to be unboxing them on stream when they arrive, but I only got the solos. I can't do it. And like, I love Boogeyman as well. But I limited myself to one kind of ghost villain, and it was Sam Hain.
Yeah.
So part of me regrets not doing the P. Venkman 2-pack a little bit, but Mondo came to my rescue a little bit with the Halloween special.
I got so many feelings on it. So many feelings. Yeah, like Slime Time said, those are out of stock now. Tony said he's jealous. I know Dave, he pleaded the fifth on it. I believe Patrick, I think if you're still here, Patrick, I think you got him. I really struggle with this line. I will never let go of the price tag they put on it, knowing,
it's steep.
It's ridiculous. Now, I did hear a rumor that I talked about that they had no choice on it because of licensing deals with Hasbro, and it had to be over a certain price point, and that's why it's at that random 101 number.
Which is
so
weird.
I hear the arguments on it, but then I see the reviews, and the reviews are so good.
I could not be happier with the figure.
Yeah.
Like when it arrived and I got it out of the box and started posing it.
Yeah.
honestly, like, it sounds a little bad, but all thought of the price tag went out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is,
Like,
to me, that's successful. That's a successful
100%.
figure.
I have zero regrets.
Yeah. I mean, I will not have an issue admitting I'm wrong when it comes to that series. It was such a Hail Mary throw when that thing got announced that I was just like, I'm not even going to buy that 2-pack, because if this thing doesn't sell, I'm going to have 1, maybe 2 figures, and they're not going to finish the wave because they couldn't, I got burned. I feel burned thinking about like the NECA Gargoyles line. Like that was one where we had announcements and then the line just died. So I was just like, you know what? With the Mondo Ghostbuster figures, I'm like, the Ghostbuster community is already small enough as it is when it comes to fandoms. I was like, is there really that many RGB fans out there that these figures are going to sell for that price point and they're going to, be a success? And now
That's totally fair.
And now we're getting releases of freaking
we got Lewis Tully coming.
You got a
Lewis
Janine solo
Tully.
pack coming. Like,
yeah,
who would have guessed outside of maybe them?
Mondo, if you're listening, where is my Janine in a flight suit with a pack?
The pink, yeah,
I need it.
Yeah, at some point I'll do that. I might have to wait for them to go on sale, just out of pride, to be like I didn't spend the 101. But the final nail in the coffin that made me not get them was that I was like, you know what? For the price of the 4 of those figures, I could have got the Ecto, the HasLab Ecto with 6 figures.
Yes.
I could have got 2 Proton packs. Like that was where the math just wasn't mathing for me.
Yeah,
but
that's. I feel like I can't blame you whatsoever for kind of doing the math in your head like that, because I do the same thing.
Yeah.
And God, it still hurts to miss out on like a Lewis Tully Plasma Series figure and the Ghostbusters 2 charcoal suit figures.
Yes.
But yeah, and to me, it just came down to space at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I totally get it though, man. Like the bang for the buck on the Plasma Series Ecto with all the figures is huge.
Yeah. Yeah. But that Mondo figure, man, it's you successfully, with that Peter Venkman in hand, will never have to buy another Peter Venkman RGB figure.
That's it.
Like you're done.
Yeah. You're done. 100%.
And that's the part that makes me say, okay, at some point I'm going to have to get them, because when you get, that's it. You got multiple accessories, the Proton pack plugs on, the likeness is there, the colors are there. The joints are now proven to work. I was afraid of the joints. It could sit in the car, like I didn't think the thing could sit based on the product photos I saw. So, I will have to do it. They almost got me with Egon and Sandman.
Oh yeah.
Cause I just love that Sandman. I mean, that sorry, that was a
Sandman's cool.
Was that Sandman?
Egon comes with Boogeyman.
Boogeyman. Sorry. They almost caught me on that one, cause I was like, that's a lot of figure.
Right.
That's a lot.
Egon Boogeyman is so cool.
Egon with the grenade as well.
Yeah.
The PKE, the antennas actually work. I was like, all right, shit. I was like,
right.
I was like, I can't fold on the internet.
Yeah.
Dave's not going to let it go. He's going to make fun of me for the rest of my life.
No. That I love that you're being open about, being put off and there being that pride, but realizing that despite the price point, they really did knock it out of the park with this line. Yeah. And it's showing, like they're doing Janine and Lewis, which I never thought would have happened ever.
Yeah.
It's like, now what else are we going to get?
Yeah. It's funny actually. I was looking online to try to find the episode that has Lewis in the suit, to be like, oh, if you want to watch that reference episode, here it is.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT lied to me as to what episode it was.
What else is new?
But the episode that I found It was from season 5. Not a very good episode, as you know. Seasons get
No.
worse. But they send Slimer into the containment unit to get this ghost out so that he can help them bust this other ghost that has captured Janine and Lewis. But when Slimer goes in there, that ghost is playing cards with Sam Hain and another ghost. And he even passed Stay Puft. And he's like, hey, little man. You know, like it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is
I
a
love
fun.
how chill Stay Puft is.
Yeah, he's just like walking around, just like chilling in the.
Yeah. I love it. I love every time they go into the containment unit. It's so cool.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just, you know, looking at these, it they make it tough, man.
Yeah.
Tough. And I will.
Yeah, they make a really good case.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was like, all right, even if I get just one, you know, maybe it's this one. Because this set to me is like the most bang for buck, considering the size.
Totally.
Of especially the alternate head.
The alternate head for Boogeyman is nuts.
It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe it.
You know, I might have to just show a brother some love and get.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Get Winston in your life, man.
Yeah.
He looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Mondo, amazing work.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
the
that's
other
the thing I saw. Yeah, Tony was saying, I feel like Hasbro's kidding themselves. I totally agree. Like Mondo is not necessarily like eating their lunch necessarily, but I feel like this is something that Hasbro could have done themselves.
Yeah.
And who's to say whether it would have been as good or not?
Yeah.
But either way, the reality of it is Mondo got the license, and it's pricey, probably because of the license, like you said.
1,000%.
But they are killing it.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be Super 7. I did a whole post about it on Instagram probably 2 years ago now. And, you know, I was like, one of my predictions is we eventually do get RGB figures. And I predict it's going to be Super 7. Because I felt like Super 7 has the aesthetic and the look and can do dope packaging and nail it.
Totally.
And then when that dude leaked the concept art for the RGB figures that works for Mondo, I was like, oh, those look really good. And I was like, you know, 75. I was like, they try to be boutique, and Super 7's boutique. So I was like, all right, Super 7, they would charge 50. Mondo is also kind of trying to be boutique, so maybe they'd be like 65 or 70 tops. And when they dropped that 101, I was so angry at that price. But man,
I was too.
The quality, you know, you guys are selling me on the quality, and that's all I can ask for is good quality and no regrets. And I have not seen a single person post that they have regrets about picking up any of those figures.
Right? Zero negativity around the line that I've seen as well. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, that I'm there with you. That original price reveal, I think it was at New York Comic Con or something like that when they first showed the price.
Yep.
Man, that stung. I was mad as well. I was like, I what the hell, you guys? Like, and of course, being in a collector in Canada, I immediately started doing math in my head around exchange and shipping and things like that. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, those figures are going to be so expensive. You know what though? Shout out to Big Bad Toy Store. They just announced, and it kicked in I just got the email for Egon shipping. Mm-hmm. It kicked in a couple of weeks ago, up to a month ago. They have like $7 flat rate shipping to Canada now.
Oh,
it's like, hell yes, Big Bad Toy Store. You guys rock.
Yeah. Let's pull them up. Notoriously make mistakes here on the stream and do some orders. By the way,
mistakes.
By the way, just saying, 3 more.
Oh my God, you guys!
We just need 3 more. We
Rob,
need to get them to 1,000.
Are you seeing this? Dude, this is like a Christmas gift right here.
We're gonna
I can't believe this.
We're gonna get it. We just need 3 more.
Oh man,
3 more.
You guys are the best.
If anybody's
Thank you so much.
if anybody has those second and third Phantom accounts, hit that sub.
Right?
1,000. We're doing 1,000 tonight.
Oh man, this is amazing. You guys are the best.
That's what we do, man. That's what we all do.
Yeah.
Are you buying? No, Kenobi, we're not. Stop being a bad influence.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a click. What are we clicking on, Archer?
I don't need you guys' negativity around here.
No, we're enabling.
Yeah, terrible. I hate you guys. No, I do like to scroll and just see what's out there, especially the sale stuff. But what I am excited for is, now that I'm getting the 3D printer, do you have a 3D printer? I think you said you do, right?
Yeah. So we have a bamboo, a P2 something or other, not the brand new one. It's filament, but not a resin printer, but a PLA filament printer. It's amazing. Bamboo's awesome. What?
It is a done deal.
Oh, what? I'm going to YouTube right now.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila,
Rob,
more beer,
you're in the
more
chat.
vodka,
Christmas time.
more whiskey,
Christmas
more beer.
miracle. You guys are the absolute best.
I
Cheers
feel like
to you.
Legacy that's not the first time Legacy you've been like the final nail in somebody's crossing over into the 1,000. But dude, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Dude, thank you so much. It's thanks to you guys. This community here that you built up is awesome. I love you guys.
We all built this community. That's what it's about. Everybody, even those that are not creators, we all just are like, hey, we rock with you. We all support each other, and we're all weirdos together. And we promote each other. So I love that. Yeah, congratulations, guys. Crossed over that 1,000.
There's Rob in the chat. I see him. That's awesome. I'm happy he's here still.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Kaboom.
Oh.
It was written. Love that. I wish I had the power to get you to 1 million. That'd be great.
Dude, right? Likewise, man. Yeah, if only.
Oh no, but I was going to ask you what the printing was. Do you make stuff for your figures as well? Or do you make stuff for like the Ghostbuster stuff?
So I've used it a little bit, and my partner has a background in 3D modeling, which is a gift. And she's the real kind of 3D printing guru. I am learning, but I am also old and stubborn. So
I think all of us in the chat are old and stubborn.
Right? Yeah. Shout out to you guys. But yeah, I've used it for costume stuff. So I've made some components for like the P-hose connector on the jumpsuit, and for my custom belt gizmo, all kinds of things like that. Made some parts for the pack, like for the harness, for like the inside of the pack, doing the talent cell conversion, that kind of stuff. Yep. The 3D printer has come in so handy. Yeah. What's on my bucket list for 3D printing, and I look directly at people like Ghostbusters News, Jason, but also your boy who got a real Ghostbusters pack 3D printed. Yeah. That I'm so excited to see Rambling Nerd build. Yeah. And I would at one point love to have a real Ghostbusters pack 3D printed and like a trap and a PKE meter and things like that. That would be so cool. Yeah. I really want to do it now that the printer's coming. I really want to do it. How are you liking the printer?
This is the worst, pardon my French, this is the worst cock tease of all time. Behind me on the floor, I have 2 boxes of filament. I have an AMS machine, no printer. Because it's delayed still. I did get a notification today that it is shipping, and I got excited because I was like, again, I was beating myself up about the Sentinel, and then I was like, but the printer's coming. That's why I said I wasn't gonna get the Sentinel, because I got the printer. Yeah. And
that's right. Yeah.
It was like, congratulations, tracking is generated, estimated time January 14th. And I was like, come on. Exactly, Mark.
Yeah.
But no, I do want to print it. I want to print out the RGB pack as well. And but there's just like so many other things I want to make too that I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't know what to do, but you know, I guess a little bit at a time.
Mind for like figure accessory type stuff. I think that was your original question. Have you got stuff in mind?
Yeah, it's going to be going to the diorama thing. You know, I do want to make some kind of diorama type stuff.
Nice.
For the figures for photography.
Do I hear a Ghostbusters firehouse?
Gonna have to do a firehouse.
Hell yeah.
You know? I one of the series that I want to do on the channel is redoing the basement and making the nerd space more of a I guess the best way I could explain it is a mix between. Did you ever watch the Conjuring movies?
Yes.
So the way that they have that room that has all the artifacts
I love that.
I want to do like between that and the firehouse, you know, Janine area. Like I want to do like a combo of that as far as like the recording area downstairs. So for the 3D printing, I do want to print out some things that can go with that vibe. But the other thing I want to print are diorama type stuff like firehouse, containment unit. Hell, maybe I try to print a life-size containment unit. Who knows?
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Yeah. The possibilities.
Right? Yeah.
Like
it's just, it's just time, you know, time is really just the only issue. Kenobi said just to get a few sentinels to hold you over until then.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If only.
Yeah. Dave said someone's going to be printing a firehouse very soon. Dave is the worst because Dave always sends me stuff and he's like, I guess what I'm printing. And I'm like, dude, get out of here.
That's amazing. I love that.
He just started printing it. He just started printing Star Trek ships, like small scale, like Enterprise and stuff. And I'm like, you can literally just make anything.
Right?
It's bad. Well, it's been a fun stream. I have to say, like I said, it's weird because I feel like you've been on the stream a bunch of times. I feel like Rob's been on the stream a bunch of times, but we're just always supporting each other. We're always supporting each other in the chats, and that's why it feels like we all know each other so well.
Yeah, I love that. You the other night, it was a couple weeks ago now, I think, where I think it was a Thursday. So we do the Generation XWing stream every other Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So like you had finished up your stream and then you did like an unofficial raid into ours.
Yeah.
Which was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like that was the funny. And that's exactly what I was thinking is like, we're just like raiding each other.
Yeah.
And like, it's so much fun seeing the like the cross pollination with the communities.
Yep.
And like, yeah, Tony's in everything ever.
Tony's everywhere.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, this is so much fun.
The last thing I wanted to ask you about, if you want to plug them, is your Ghostbuster group. Like we didn't get a chance to cover that at all. Yeah. So, you know, why don't you combine that with some shameless plugs if you guys have some stuff going on up there as well?
Awesome. Yes, indeed. So I'm in the Vancouver area in Canada. So the local group here is the Ghostbusters of BC.
Mm-hmm.
We're a pretty small group. I'm a fairly new member.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've only been doing Ghostbuster stuff for a couple of years now.
Mm-hmm.
But I immediately reached out to them. And we're just trying to drum up more events. They're always at the local con and stuff like that. And I been working with the Starlight Foundation on the Star Wars side, so trying to get our foot in the door that way with the Ghostbuster stuff, which they're interested in. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostbusters of BC. Plus, like honestly, I feel like I was the first person in like the local Star Wars clubs to get into the Ghostbusters thing, and then it just spiraled from there. So like even just the people from the 501st, God, there's probably 5 or 6 of us now. That are all kind of going pretty hardcore with Ghostbusters. My partner as well, who never got into like the 501st or anything like that, also has a full Ghostbusters costume now.
Love that.
Which is really cool, man. But yeah, so we're my offshoot show as part of like the Generation XWing Podcast YouTube channel. I go every Tuesday night. My show is called Ready to Believe. So every other Tuesday, we're doing real Ghostbusters episode rewatches and talk about them, which you're going to join us this Tuesday, which I'm so excited for. And then, the other Tuesdays we're doing unboxings. Still Ghostbusters, but yeah, I love talking about Ghostbusters, and the community is amazing.
Yeah, it's funny. Like there's that meme of James Franco where he's looking off to the left and he's like, first time ? Like right now, I feel like Star Wars is in the Ghostbuster scenario where there's just like nothing going on.
A little bit, right?
But both fandoms are still going strong because it's just like, just having fun with the merch, the cosplay events, all that stuff.
The fans keep that stuff alive 100%.
Yeah. That's where, I'm a hater. Like I never shy away from the fact that I'm a hater of anybody who has any success in anything that I want to do. And I saw that YHS, they went to Ghost Corps again. They dropped 2 videos and I was like, I want to go to Ghost Corps. I want different groups to go to Ghost Corps. And
that's the dream.
Being that the fans are the ones that keep Ghostbusters going when there's nothing happening, I do wish that they would open up to other smaller channels and groups and I know they have a relationship with the LA Ghostbusters because obviously it's right there. But I want other groups to get a chance and like you guys, there's that group in the UK that they were in at the end of Frozen Empire. Like I would love it if Ghost Corps started inviting other people to experience Ghost Corps, for not just for the content, but just to keep the energy going and not just have the same people every single time going to every event.
Well, it's that relationship, right? Like the bigger channels like yes have some like Ghostbusters News. Like I feel like to borrow a Star Wars fandom term, in the dark times in between like movies and shows and that kind of stuff, like they definitely do keep the interest alive in Ghostbusters. So I totally get that aspect. I agree though, it would be awesome to see that community through Ghost Corps grow, like how Disney is working actively with like the 501st Legion and the Rebel Legion and stuff like that. Like, and it's really, at the end of the day, it's always going to be on the fans to take the ball and run with it, really, and just see what we can do. Like the 501st has such a great kind of angle in that it's a community and charity thing. Like that generates so much goodwill for just the brand. Yeah. And that's such a good example to follow. Yeah. Yeah. I do like I've talked to the Massachusetts Ghostbusters a couple times, and I'm always just afraid. Like they've asked me to join, and I originally I had asked to join, and then they've asked me to join and go with them and stuff, and I'm always like afraid. I'm like, I don't want the fact that like I have a podcast and like it's technically a business. Like I have a website, I sell merch. Like I don't want any of that to ever be like a reason that they lose their 501c or that Ghost Corps is like, oh no, like that person profits off stuff. Like I never want that to affect it. But it's a fine line to walk for sure.
Totally. But all we could do is just support each other and be like, hey,
totally,
guys, donate to this thing, donate to that thing, donate to this thing. The best way we can. But it's 100%. Like you're 100% right. The fans are what keep these things going in the dark times. I couldn't have said it better myself.
100%. I love seeing the Ghostbusters fandom. Like it feels like it's growing. Yeah. And there's always like a huge surge in fandom growth every time like a movie comes out. Right. So Afterlife and Frozen Empire, I feel like did some really heavy legwork for the fandom just because it generates interest from people who normally wouldn't necessarily be thinking about Ghostbusters at that point in time if there wasn't a big movie. But like it was the same thing like with Star Wars when the sequel trilogy was coming out.
Mhm.
Holy cow, like just the community interest around Star Wars was insane.
Yeah.
Like at that point, I was a couple years into the 501st, and just seeing like I got to do things as a stormtrooper
Mhm.
that I would never otherwise have had the opportunity to do, like being on the field of baseball games or being on the news and stuff like that. Like it's crazy.
murder.
No comment. But yeah, I love it. And yeah, it's up to the fans at the end of the day between movies when there's not just that natural
Right.
kind of swell of interest, just to keep things going. And I feel like community and charity events and stuff like that is the best way to do that. And like Comic-Cons,
Mhm.
perfect place for that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Also, like you said, does Sony acknowledge the groups or Hasbro? So that, that's another thing that has come up, and I've talked about it, where, right now Sony / Ghost Corps are fine and have a good relationship with the groups. My fear is always just, New Guard. If somebody else comes in and they're just like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't like the fact that our logo's on stuff and we're not getting paid for it. Like, you never know. So as of now, Sony is super cool with the groups. And even though Meta does their bot stuff sometimes, so far there's been no pushback from Sony. And ironically, Legacy of Nerd, I don't know if you can tell by his logo, but he's a Power Ranger guy. That's, his major fandom, even though now he's branching off. But similar story where, like, for them, that's a group that's always trying to stay in relevance through the fans, even when there's no, major media things happening. But unfortunately, I feel like with Power Rangers, there's been some bad actors, no pun intended on bad actors' part, but from people who've been involved in Power Rangers when it comes to the fandom, and I think that's the one thing that so far, at least for Ghostbusters, like there hasn't been a lot of things where it's like people have scammed anybody or stuff like that. So it's a fine line, it's a fine line. Like, the fans try to keep going and some of the actors and actresses try to keep things going, but sometimes things get ruined by either the companies or the actors or even fans at times. So
Yeah,
gotta enjoy the ride while you can.
Really hard one. Hard line to walk.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it. Like, that was such a great point you made. Like, at any time, Disney with Star Wars or Sony with Ghostbusters could just pull the rug out under everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, they can never like stop anybody from celebrating their fandom, but like the merch and stuff, that's tough. Like, it is important to remember that we are, at the end of the day, we're playing in their sandbox.
Yes.
And it's important to keep spreading the goodwill and really be good ambassadors for the brand and the fandom at the end of the day.
Yeah. Dude, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor.
Likewise. Pleasure is all mine.
I got to get the whole squad up on here so we can have a large stream. But like you said, I'll be joining you on Tuesday. So
yes, indeed.
Before we end the episode, as I say every single week, sir, plug yo shits. Oh, you can promote your upcoming thing. Yep.
Yeah. So this Tuesday, Generation XWing Podcast YouTube channel just hit 1,000 subs. Thanks to you, beautiful people. And every Tuesday, we're live 7:15 p.m. PST, talking Ghostbusters, real Ghostbusters rewatches, unboxings, whatnot. And then every other Thursday on the same YouTube channel, Generation XWing Podcast, just talking 80s and 90s pop cultures. We're doing a lot of just like movie rewatches and things like that.
Love that. Make sure you guys give them a sub over there if you're listening on the replay and you missed out on the fun to 1,000. That's all right. Still jump in the water. Still hit that sub. Let's get them to 2,000. As you can see, Tony in the chat put on there the North Ontario Ghostbusters. Give them a sub as well as everybody else in the chat. Every Thursday except for next week. I'll figure out something for next week. But like, comment, subscribe. We'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. I'm out of here. Or say we're out of here.
We're out of here.
What? Huh? More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Yeah, come on, push a button. Push a goddamn button.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.